What's going on, y'all? So listen, being Mary Jane, episode 19, season 4, feeling seen. Listen, this episode, I was bored. I was bored. I'm not gonna lie, and maybe it's because I'm ready for the show to end. I feel like they dragged this out way longer than it needed to be. Um, it's just it had a couple of moments that I like. All right. So, this whole thing about Garrett is about to leave because he's gonna get promoted and they trying to see who gonna get his spot. But then all of a sudden they see this new guy that's in there who actually has the spot named Pete. And he has no experience being in, the news and stuff like that on that level. He comes from the roller coaster amusement park world. Okay. And like Justin said, this is what they typically do. Get somebody from another field who's overhyped, overconfident, and a white male, okay? And like they said, whitewashing and stuff like that. And he was doing the absolute most. Then you got Danny up here doing the most because she don't want to do any type of stories that Kara gives her because she thinks she's above it all, okay? And that played on the fact, because especially when Kara was talking to Mary Jane about the whole thing, and she had told Danny, your journalistic dues and stuff, you're not there yet, okay? All you do is get clicks and stuff, but as far as putting in the work to become an actual real journalist, you're not there yet. And it was like, that's right, all I do need is clicks. Clicks is more popular and all that shit. And that is exactly how they think these days, okay? Anybody can start a fucking website, a blog, a vlog, or anything, and call themselves journalists, and they're just doing stuff for clickbait. They don't have no actual school background for being journalists and everything. Just like when Portia said she was a journalist, I said, bitch, please stop playing, okay? On Real Housewives, girl, get out of here. And that's what happened with a lot of these bloggers that we see on, like, the gossip blogs and shit. I wish I would call y'all journalists. Y'all ain't no fucking journalists. All right. And, Carrie was talking to Mary Jane about how this generation, these millennials, they just want things handed to them. Not a lot of them, not all of them, but, that mentality does run rampant. We see a lot of people getting to certain places a little bit quicker because of social media or whatever, and they don't have to go through the same channels that others who came before them had to go through. Like write a little something or whatever, and then all of a sudden you writing for a magazine or whatever, but you have no experience and you didn't go to school for journalism. You do a little comedy bit and all this stuff, and next thing you know, you're on TV, you're in all these other programs or whatever, but you didn't go to school or didn't even try to think of taking classes to become an actor or to become a broadcaster or anything like that. Stuff just sometimes get handed to you just by chance sometimes. So I get where she coming from. So Justin, her, and Mary Jane, they got to come up with a plan to get Pete out of there. So they can't agree on anything. Kara and Justin comes up with this plan basically to play on Pete, make him feel like he came up with an idea, and to sell it off to Danny, which does happen. It was the same idea that Kara wanted to do about this middle of America red-blooded woman taking up these homes, buying them, refurnishing them, building them back up, and having people come in and inhabit them in this Texas town, okay? And so once you hear that, you think all of a sudden, especially in Danny's mind, the way that it is, it's like this like Republican, conservative, Christian values and all this stuff. Somebody that's going to agree with her because she's from Oklahoma, Oklahoma, small Texas town, put two and two together, probably a Republican conservative and all this shit. So we must have the same idea. And then when they sold the pitch to Pete, he said the shit was boring, but he's gonna look up something to go, get something for Danny. And then when they come back and pitch it to Danny, Danny ate it up. Danny ate it up because all he did was reiterate the same thing that Kara said, that same pitch. So when they get ready to do the damn interview, we see, Danny in the back talking to the lady, Marcy, and they're vibing, they're connecting, their little country twang is coming out and everything. And oh my God, you're from Oklahoma, I'm from Oklahoma, you're from Texas, and we do this. And how you feel about this, girl? Just be yourself when you're on there, okay? And just realize that I'm gonna be right there with you every step of the way. I said, girl, I knew something was gonna happen. I knew something was gonna happen because it was just too easy. They set that bitch up and she fell for it. And to be quite honest, it really wasn't a setup. She was just dumb. You cannot pick and choose when you first start a fucking show, a job or whatever, especially when you're trying to get learning experience, especially when people didn't really want you on the show no way, on the job no way. You can't pick and choose the shit that you want to do, okay? That's not how this shit works. You don't have that seniority. You don't have that, power yet, okay? So no. And everything was going okay with the interview. And they was just vibing and shit. Okay, fine. Up until Kara was like, ask her, who do she get to help build up the houses and stuff like that. And that's where it was revealed that Miss Marcy not only built this whole little small town up, but she used refugees, okay? Like refugees from Syria, and then we even had them living in it, And that did not sit well with Miss All America, Make America Great Again. Let's all be for the white folks, okay? Because according to her, this is about real America, okay? Real America is just white folks in her eyes, all right? And she basically said, aren't you worried that these are terrorists? Are you taking a risk and all this stuff? And it was like, these are Muslims, so that means that they're terrorists, and this is a risk, and this is that. And it was like, these are people who are not terrorists, okay? They are good-loving people. They are helping out the community, so what should I have done? Just let my town die off just because of this? And then, she said, well, being that I'm a Christian woman, and I have to be a good Christian, so I guess I can understand where you're coming from. And I said, bitch, I see what they just did. They made her flip on her values or come to some type of agreements with the fact that it's okay to have refugees and other people in, this country to help or whatever, and that they're not a bad thing, okay? They're not doing things that others that were actually born here that you think that, people want to say, oh, they're taking the jobs of us Americans and all this stuff. No, like old girl said, they doing the dirty work that y'all don't want to do, okay? And so, with this being said, Danny caught on real quick. The little dumb bitch finally realized and knew that she was being trolled. Okay, she goes in there and go holler at Pete, get him fired, get him ousted. So now they got him out. That part of the plan worked, okay? But it also worked too perfectly. Everything was going way too smoothly until then Kara comes into Mary Jane's office and tell her that with Pete being gone, Pete was out here giving information to Harpo and them, company, and to secure his spot somewhere else just in case something happened. And, told them all about this primetime special on black women and shit. Oprah snatched that up and snatched up Michelle Obama. And therefore, the whole primetime thing ain't gonna happen because they ain't got no gas, bitch. All right? That's like, can we get Beyonce? Hell no. Beyonce ain't with that, bitch. Beyonce gonna go to Oprah, okay? Last fucking interview that she really did was with fucking Oprah, and that was right after Blue. Bitch, it's about time for another interview, though. I'm just saying, how your titties feel, okay? I know you enjoying them and all that shit. They big, they succulent, you like putting them on display. I don't have a problem with it, Do your back hurt? What was it like holding two big ass babies and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? 2 babies plus 2% of sex and shit, Was you gassy? What was your fucking cravings? Bitch, I'm nosy right about now. And I never really be like that, okay? It's just, the bitch is playing game, okay? But anyway, y'all saw Beyonce on that hand-to-hand. I gotta stop, because y'all know I love her, but I can make fun of people. Beyonce was sitting up there reading that shit, bitch. I said, girl, you are coming along, because y'all know Beyonce is just hooked on phonics was working good for her that day. Anyway, let me stop playing with her. Anyway, I got all killed her. I'm sorry. But so that happened. And then we got this whole storyline with Justin, ex-girlfriend Simone, her sister Tiffany, trying to convince, get Mary Jane on her side to convince Justin to keep Simone's money. Okay, this is where we realized that Simone really wasn't that good of a person, but, not the best person as people try to hype her to be. She had her flaws and all that stuff. And like her sister said, bitch, she probably would have been on her second marriage by now if she was still here. Justin has feelings about that because he feels like Tiffany basically said that with him trying to give away this money once again, it's like he hasn't moved on because he feels guilt about something. And of course, he feels guilt because he helped her die. He said that Simone was a weak bitch basically because once he found out that she had stage 4 cancer, she didn't want no treatment, she didn't want anything, and wanted him to actually help her die. And at first he wasn't going to do anything, but because he loved her, he went on ahead and gave in, cranked up her pain medications or whatever, basically forcing her, I guess, to overdose. That's what I'm getting from it. And he was like, now, would you be telling me to keep this money and all this stuff if you knew that, if her sister knew that? Mind you, shout out to Rachel True. Rachel True came on this bitch still looking like Mona Thorne, okay? From Half and Half from 2003, 2004, bitch. I'm like, look at this bitch. All right, she looks good. Okay? But anyway, that happened. So now we know what his hang up is, and we realized at the end of the episode, he said he's not going to send the money out. Him and Mary Jane going to figure out what to do with the money. I said, y'all ain't even fucking married. And then even Tiffany said, well, I see you marrying her. I said, I don't. Mary Jane tried to flip that shit on him and say, I always thought that I was going to sabotage the relationship. But see, bitch, that's what you doing. I said, it takes one to know one. So you know. Okay. But that was that. And then at the end of the episode, she was over there playing playing the game or whatever, having a little girls' night with Ty and Aaliyah, and they get a phone call from Garrett, and then Garrett said, basically he's gonna give her deciding vote as to who's gonna get the position, his job position. And it's between Kara and Justin. And now she has this dilemma about, whether or not to pick her boyfriend over her friend or her friend over her boyfriend. Bitch, pick your goddamn friend, okay? Dick come and go. You can't keep a man for shit anyway. It ain't gonna end well no way. Okay, put this money in the mix, and then we see you on a preview, you trying to go get inseminated and shit, girl, without even telling him. Like, come on, you finna sabotage that whole relationship. Get that shit to Carol. You already know where it's at. Okay? He ain't even been in the picture that long to have these deep feelings, okay? Get out of here. Niecy, bitch, you growing, okay? I feel you, and bitch, I would have beat that bitch ass. I would have beat that bitch ass, okay? Niecy wakes up early, she got to go open up the shop for Claudia and all this stuff. She having a little conversation with her dad. The grandpa come up in there asking if you wanted some breakfast, and then Patrick was like, nah, I'm going to get some on the road. Bitch, Niecy read his ass. Why the fuck you still acting like this? I mean, I understand the initial shock to finding out that he ain't really your daddy, but listen, this motherfucker took you in. And not only did he take you in and raise you as his own fucking son, he took your kids in and your grandkids in and all this stuff. Because he gonna get mad and gonna say something. Why you still calling him grandpa? Because technically speaking, he is her granddaddy. By fucking marriage, okay? So what are you talking about? Girl, get the fuck out of here. My granddaddy is my granddaddy by fucking marriage. I don't give a fuck if he flesh or not blood or not. That's still my goddamn granddaddy. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Patrick? She read his ass. Like, get the fuck up. She literally told him, you need to get over yourself. I said, thank you. All right? And with the pops, Patrick, he going over there to pick up Javon, okay? We see Javon is in some trash. Like, he in the hood. Like, he was looking at the place like, this where you live at? Why you live here? He said, because it's cheap, bitch. What you talking? Okay? They going to a Black Lives Matter little meeting or whatever. Some dude, and Javon just looked like real sketchy when he opened up the door. Like, he was just in there doing something that he was trying to hide. Okay? They get to the meeting, there's some dude in the little pink polo out there. Javon, man, we gotta talk, dude. He was like, why you out here? I don't even want to talk to you, whatever. And he was trying to dodge him. And Patrick noticed it and was like, yo, everything good? It was like, anybody is welcome to here. So you can let him come. He was like, all right, whatever, bitch, come on. So Patrick was calling him. Couldn't find out Javon had left early, okay, during the end of the little speech or whatever. So he trying to figure out where he was because he trying to get the ride back. He picked him up, so I'm going to drop you back off. Girl, he went around the corner, and Javon and Mr. Pink Polo shirt, they out there kissing. Okay, that's his little boo-boo. And I said, I should have fucking known. You two, sometimes when niggas be so fucking homophobic, it's because they in the closet them goddamn self, or they hiding, or they confused. That nigga was in the closet. And, you know, Patrick did come back over there to pick him up, and he was like, why you, I didn't know you would come back. And he was like, why wouldn't y'all? I mean, I accept you for what you are. He was like, you know, I know since I always knew that I like men, but it caused a rift in his family, especially with his dad. So that's why he's living over there, you know, where he's staying at. And then Patrick even took him in. He was like, because I don't have a family like yours, okay? You did a lot of stuff and your family still accepted you, you know? So you have two people from that, looking in on his situation without really, well, you got one person who actually is family telling you about yourself. Then you got another one that's inadvertently telling you about yourself without even knowing the situation and not even trying, but it just hit homes. It just hit homes, okay? And so, you know, he offered him to stay at his house because he claimed that a pipe broke and messed his mattress up or whatever. So he let him stay up at the house. And then, you know, Paul Sr. comes down there and, you know, they apologize. And, well, he apologized to him and all that stuff. And they hugged and make up. It was cute, whatever. But let's just get back to Niecy, okay? Niecy get a phone call. She going to pick up her kids from the other baby mama house, right? With the Kasi service, she gets a phone call from her boss, and she was like, "Hey girl, you need me to come back to that the shop and do an appointment or whatever?" She was like, "Hell no, bitch. I just want to let you know that Nika bitch, she ain't never fucking show up to my homegirl that needed a car seat, okay? You can't be having no goddamn service or whatever and then fucking up like this, because that gives yourself a bad fucking reputation, all right? If you're gonna have an event, if you're gonna have a product, if you're gonna have a service, you have to follow the fuck through on time, all time, okay? I'm not finna recommend nobody else to you." Okay, girl, bye. So Niecy is pissed because Niecy is doing this shit not to help her out, but to help, not herself, but to help this girl out because she seen that she was struggling. Bitch, I gave you fucking money to turn your fucking lights on, okay? I'm trying to give you the fucking benefit of a doubt. I made a fucking business opportunity for you to make some money, and you up here doing what? Squandering it, doing other shit all because of a nigga. Niecy gets to that door. She knocks on the door, and this big ass nigga open up the door. His name Lloyd. I said, hold the fuck up. Who the fuck is this bitch? Who the fuck is this bitch? My face went the same like Niecy. Who are you? Because then he was like, oh my God, hey, Niecy. I said, wait a minute. First of all, this nigga is sitting down here looking at an old episode of Basketball Wives when Brooke Bailey was on there. Okay, right on the episode when her and Jackie got into that fight in that ice cream shop. Bitch, listen. What is it? Brooke Bailey? Yeah, Brooke, bitch. Okay? And then I'm just sitting here like, he was gentle with it. He was kind of like he ain't had no other motives. But in this day and age, you just don't know. It was like, how the fuck you know my name? And you mean to tell me what she gathered is that, you know, he said, I live a couple apartments down. I watch the kids when the nigga need me. And they in there just chilling. You know, they fine. She was like, so you've been watching my kids before? And at this point, Anika comes in. I hope I'm saying her name right. If not, I don't give a fuck. She come in with another dude named George or some shit and was like, oh my God, Niecy, I need to introduce you to so-and-so. She was like, bitch, let's go talk outside. And I'm sitting here like, not one nigga, but two. She said, who the fuck do you think you are coming up in here with two strange men that I don't know around my children? It ain't even nothing like that. Lloyd up here trying to come to get his degree in child you know, whatever, taking care of kids and shit like that. And you know, she said, fuck all that, okay? The fact of the matter is, I don't know these people, and you gonna leave my children with them when I left them with you, okay? That was not part of the fucking deal. That was not part of the arrangement. Then you not coming through on the order. My boss is telling me that one of her friends didn't get the damn car seat that you were supposed to come and get. She gonna say, well, you know, George called me up and he wanted to hang out, so I wanted to come through. I said, bitch, you gonna pass a fucking money and recommendation for more money for some dick that you just met? Priorities, bitch. That's why your lights is out. That's why Niecy, I'm so glad Niecy didn't give her much. Niecy simply said, you know what? I'm fucking done. I'm not doing this no more, and I'm not helping your ass no more, okay? I'll let the baby come over, you know, next week, like I said we'll do. But other than that, after that, we're fucking done. And she walked the fuck away. You, as a fucking mother, you do not leave your child with other people and let strangers watch them, okay? I don't give a fuck if you think that person is a good person or not. You don't know that person. She did not know that person. And then you don't know what goes on when you're not there. Ain't no telling if he was touching them or anything. And it's so fucking fucked up that in this world that we have to think that way. But shit like that fucking happened. I'm so glad Niecy did what she did. Bitch, I would have punched that hoe. I would have punched that hoe. But see, Niecy kept it calm, cool, and collected because Niecy already has a track record with the cops. She ain't trying to get arrested, you know. So she knew what to do. She handled that with class. What Tiffany, not Tiffany, but Kelly say on Insecure, that's growth, okay? But that was, what is this, being Mary Jane. See y'all next week for the finale, thank God, okay? And I will see you guys tomorrow for Black Ink Crew and Greenleaf. Peace.